Hello. Welcome to my Technique Wednesday. This is Pamela. I'm the Stampin' Pink Rose. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I was going to do the mask originally, and we'll get it done probably this month later. But I've had some people ask me about coloring and the different tools. So I thought I'd bring this out and focus on a couple of them. So I brought out all the tools I can think of right at the moment. And that is, you all are familiar with your blends. So you have your blends, the light and the dark. So you can color with those and use that. And then I didn't bring out the color lifter, but you can use that. You have your marker, and I brought it out only as a reminder for you on that. And then you have your blends pins. So here's one of my blend pins. I have several different sets. And you have your aqua painter. Okay, your water brush is what it is. Now, I thought I'd bring out some points. Wait, am I together? Yep, I've got it. Points on using things. When you are using your blends, blend pens, you want to just use your Memento marker because this is an alcohol based. When you're using your watercolors, you want to use your archival ink pad, okay? And you want to stamp with that because otherwise it's going to get runny. Now, I brought out two kinds of papers, and I wanted to show you this. This one here is your shimmery cardstock. Okay, you need to use something other than just your plain cardstock to get this to color and absorb in. Okay, so this is the shimmery. I like it quite well. This is your watercolor paper. Now, I want to call attention. This has texture. So if you're wanting texture, then this is going to be fine. If you are wanting it where it is more of a smooth surface, then you're going to want to use your shimmery. Okay, so it's just going to depend if you want the bumps and the texture or you want the other. So let's get started on doing a couple stampings, and I've got some stuff that's over here that's causing an issue. Let me move that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I brought out Forever Blossoms. I thought it had enough variety on it for stamping that I thought that might be a good idea. So I've got my archival black, and all I'm going to do is, like I traditionally do, is stamp. That's all I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp on here. Okay, would like a little deeper. I haven't used my archival in a while. Okay, and that was on the shimmer, and I'm going to try it one more time on the shimmer because we haven't colored it yet. A little bit better. Okay, and then the other one is the watercolor. Okay, and you can see now this is giving a little more texture to what you're doing. And this one has a little more shimmer to it. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. And then I pulled out Old Olive and Real Red. And I have already squeezed it a little bit. I can get more. Sorry. I don't know what. I got to tickle my throat over some. I'm going to take my blender pen, if I can quit coughing, and I am on the rough one, which is the watercolor paper, and I'm going to color a little bit. And I'm just using the blender pen, and I'm dipping in the side right over here. That's all I'm doing. Okay. Okay. And I probably could stand more ink. This is a great way if you don't have all the markers that you can use the colors and do this. Now there's that. And I'm not happy with the looks of it, but I want to give you a contrast. So now here is my Aqua Painter. This is called the paintbrush. They've changed the name a little bit. Now on the watercolor paper, see how much better I like it as opposed to the blender pen. I'm going to do a little bit more for you. Okay. You can darken it as much as you want. Okay. And there are different brush thicknesses you can use, and I just brought out this one. And then you just kind of, and when you're using it, you want to get your tip wet. And then that kind of colors in what you're using on it. Okay. Because there's water in the barrel. So you just want to tap out your tip, do a little more coloring. And do it like that. You can see how I'm doing this. I'll hold it up. How I've colored that. All right, now let's go over to the shimmer. And let's start with the aqua, and then we'll go over to the blender. Now this is the shimmer paper I'm doing. And I'm just taking it off the lid. And if you can't get enough and you need to re-ink your ink pad, you can re-ink your ink pad, and then you just squeeze it like I did a minute ago. I'll show you what I did. Okay, now I'm going to grab my blender pen. Okay, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to color it. And then we're going to bring in the other one, and I'm going to show you a comparison of the two. And you decide which one you like better. I'm not going to do the whole card for you guys. I can bring in the green. And that one is really, the lid is real messy, and that's the whole idea of it. Now here, this is the shimmer, and I've got the blender pen. Okay, so this is it. Then on my aqua painter, I just need to make sure I've got the red out. I think I do. Give me a second here. When you're doing it, you just simply are wiping it. You're just simply wiping it till you make sure all the red is gone. Okay, now in this case, the red is gone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move down to this lower one. And this is using the aqua painter. And the upper one was the brush. Okay, was the brush that I just did. Okay. Then, and that was on the shimmer paper, guys. Okay, now I'll bring over on the lower half, because I've already got it in my hand, I'm going to use the Aqua Painter. Okay, and here it is with the blender brush. And that's dry. And you could do it this way. So you've got two different choices and everything on it, but use your archival to do this. But this is your technique for using, whether you're going to use your blender or what. Now I could take, I'm going to get the red over here. Wrong end. I could take on the block, and I want to grab the green, so just give me 1 second to grab that green. And then I want to show you with the marker too on paper, the difference. Now, I took a block, let me make sure you're seeing, I took a block, and I just took the markers, and I'm going to take the red, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to color with the red this part of the flower. And I've just taken it off. Now here I'm over here on the shimmer paper. Okay. And I've done this with the blender pens, where I can use a block and I can color with the block. So now what I want to do is I want to get down right around the edge here. Maybe a little bit on the stem. There. Over here. So you can use your block and use your marker and do it that way also. That's another option. So let me show you. Now, if I had my red, I don't think I'm in sight. Okay, let me get over here. This is with the marker. I'm going back to my red, and see how much darker the marker is to using your ink pad and the blender pen. So there is a difference in your coloring. If you want to see it with the light, with the blends pens, you know, the blenders ones, you can see that's still lighter, still a different color than your marker. So you need to decide what shading you want this actually to be in to do. But I wanted to give you just a couple pointers, opportunity to decide which one you want to use, which one you like. You can use your Aqua Painter. I gotta get this color off. Aqua Painter, you can use it, and you just brush it off. And you do the same with your blends, or you can use your blend pens. All right, this is Pamela, the Stampin' Pink Rose. I'll have some more. I'll have a project of some kind next Tuesday that will be focusing on coloring with my newsletter, so make sure you check that out. Tomorrow is Funky Thursday, which means I'm Facebook Live at 2 o'clock. So you need to see, check that out. That'll be, of course, on my Facebook, Stampin' Pink Rose. I also want to let you know that if you go stampinpinkrose.net, that takes you into my Stampin' Up site, which also has cards, also has videos. When I do a video and I do a completed card, I will be putting it probably over there unless it's meant to be on my blog site. So you need to check that out on a regular basis because I am adding cards over there and projects and setting up some videos over there. So I'm hoping this gave you an idea of a technique of what to use. Please sign up for my newsletter. I want to thank you for joining me today, and take care and have a great rest of the week.